Scripture says that every inclination of man's heart was evil from the youth. But he chose Noah because of his righteousness. Now, everybody's blood up until this point was pretty pure because of Adam and Eve. But their blood was pure, but their hearts was wicked, says the Most High. Now we know Adam and Eve bit from the tree of good and evil. And when you do that, you get all of these characteristics. And let's talk about this imagery being incorrect. But this is the way that they taught us. And they taught us it was Noah's bloodline was so pure. So we know that Noah was perfectly righteous in his generation. But Abba says, look here, the earth is filled with violence. So he's going to end all flesh. And after it was over, he says that he will never curse it again. Although every inclination of man's heart is evil from the youth. The consequences from eating this tree. Now we know Noah married Naamah right here. And she comes from Cain's line. And everybody knows Cain's line is the serpent seed line. So if Noah was so perfect, why did he pick a woman who is the seed of Cain, the serpent? Because it wasn't about the blood. Do y'all remember this horror story called Nightmare on Elm Street? Remember when she saw evil, what happened? She got that white streak. Remember that white streak in her hair? And we all know that Hollywood knows all about satanic possessions and the effects of plagues being white, evil streaks. Now stay with me, I'm talking about spirits. The problem is how we define black and white and why a lot of people get confused between understanding a white spiritual streak and a black one. Was Noah's blood more perfect than everybody else? Let's find out. Now we have been taught that Cain was marked with black, a black streak or mark. And this black mark would travel throughout the generations, meaning dark skin. But I want to say that they taught us incorrectly with this. And they always wanted to make sure that we knew that Noah's blood was perfect because everybody knows that Noah was white or albino. But in reality, Cain got marked with a white streak because evil has a mark. Now on this side, only 2 people walked with the Most High, meaning that they were righteous, they were free from transgressions, set apart enough to be able to even be in the presence of the Most High. And we know that Methuselah and Lamech had issues with idol worshiping that the Most High did not like. So it wasn't so much about their blood or Noah's blood. It was more about Noah's righteousness, obedience. Now, if you really defined black, you can see that it absorbs light. It is the opposite from white. But other characteristics are dark, pitch black, or someone coming from Africa. But this definition here is not as clear, meaning blackened, darkened, dirty, stained, grimy, or begrimed, befoul, or soil, like dirt, like he created Adam and Eve from the dirt, the soil, the dust, the ground. Again, it says absorbing all light. And down here, it says to burn. And here in Latin, it means to blaze, to glow, to burn, to shine, flash, or burn. And the same definition would describe the Messiah, and his feet was burnished brass, as if refined in a furnace, black. And if they described his hair as being snow, why did they make reference to it looking like wool? So if everybody in scripture was black, Why would we have to prove it? Because we were taught the whitewashing version. Stay tuned.